So here's the moment we've been waiting for, and the moment that the President's Dinner exists for, the awarding of the 2026 Medal of Honor. Now, I would love to take credit for choosing tonight's introducer, but besides the sing-along, this was Dorothy Wiggins. She picked Charlie herself, and we know that when Dorothy chooses something, that is that, and often it is well, because Dorothy exists under the premise of it is better to seek forgiveness than ask permission. And as we see, there are so many things that she has done that you don't even notice, but she has put her hand upon, whether it's the Pachysandra out front, the re-varnishing of the door, the linoleum. I mean, she sees every little thing and takes it underhand and does it well. So, her introducer is Charlie Yoda, and he has been a part of the fabric of this club for decades. He is a painter and a professor of printmaking at SVA, and as one of the founding spirits behind our popular Monotype Night, which also was a Pillsbury participation. And we hope this is going to go a long time, this Monotype Night, for years to come. He served as the president of the Artists Fellowship, and in 2019, he stood where Dorothy Wiggins stands tonight and has received this very medal. And there's no one better than to lay on the laws for Dorothy. Please welcome Charlie Yoda.
Well, thank you very much. I'm Charlie Yoda, and how's that?
Good.
Is that good enough? You realize I just have to stand here like this. I'm gonna. What about them pushy audience? Well, look, I'm really happy to be here, and Dorothy called me a couple months ago and asked me to do this, and I said, Dorothy, I really don't think I'm the person you should be talking to. And realizing completely that saying no to Dorothy is useless. And she said, I want you there because you have gravitas and wit. Well, I had to look up gravitas. And a couple of its characteristics were seriousness and sobriety. And that didn't appeal to me. And wit, it always seemed that when people say, oh, I hear you're funny, make me laugh, that really kills wit. It puts the damper on it. So since Dorothy doesn't take no, I said, okay, I'll do it. So here I am. To do justice to a long life well lived in such a short amount of time that I have is almost impossible, but I'll try. And I met Dorothy and Guy when I joined the Salmagundi about 20 years ago. And at that time, Guy was on the art committee, and Dorothy was running everything else. And both of them were omnipresent in the club. They were on committees and on board meetings and exhibits. They were putting exhibits together or hanging them, and a myriad of other aspects of running this place, which those of you who have been here a long time know you kind of running around putting fires out. And anytime you have this many artists together, most artists, two of them, can't agree on anything. And you can imagine how many different opinions there were. But Dorothy and Guy were fearless in their opinions and their ideas and their involvement. One of Guy's first stories he told me, which had a big effect on me, was one day he was telling me that got into a heated argument with a traffic cop out in the Hamptons about a difference of opinion. And Guy proudly told me how Dorothy backed the young cop down. And he said, that young man had never had to deal with a forceful, attractive, elderly woman before. So this is a good example of Dorothy's mindset. They're put in a situation that she thinks is right. She's unapologetic, pursues goals despite skepticism, and is undeterred by criticism. But this is mixed with her intelligence, her kindness, and of course, gravitas and wit. The two of them loved to dance, and they were really good at it. They loved limericks, both funny and naughty, or naughty. Overhearing Dorothy say once that she liked a movie called Behind the Green Door with Marilyn Chambers, Chris Number said, I got that one, and he brought it in for her. There's a couple of how many people went to Guy's memorial here? Raise your hands. Okay, that was quite the evening with film and photographs and projectors, and those parties should have been raided. But thankfully, evidence remains. It was just wonderful parties. How many people were here for Dorothy's 100th last year? Yeah, there was an event. There was Dorothy dancing, people singing, people reciting. It was like a Cold Porter night. Dorothy looked great in this like off-shoulder white creation, and she was dancing and reciting. It was a great night. After 62 years of marriage, Guy passed away at 100 years old, which was truly amazing. At the loss of what to do, her son suggested a filmmaker he knew who would make a short film about Dorothy. One night, this is about 5 or 6 years ago, I came into the Wiggins bar downstairs and saw Dorothy at the table with a couple of young men. One had a camera and one had a recorder. A recorder. She told me to sit down, and of course I did as what I was told. And she told me that they were starting to make a film about her. This is where Dorothy adds to her list of accomplishments, social influencer, which is probably nothing that existed for most of your life. These were added to previous titles, socialite and stylist. This was the beginning of Dorothy Loves New York. 360,000 followers later, 360,000 later, on Instagram and TikTok. It's probably more since I've checked it earlier this afternoon. One of my favorite parts of the TikTok and what was the other one? Instagram is, one part is Dorothy playing tennis as she does on a regular basis, and she hit an ace. And that went viral. And from that, I don't know if they were connected, Dorothy got invited to do the coin toss at the US Open. And so there she is walking down the tunnels there, walking towards the court. She's wearing this big white floppy hat. She's just dressed to the nines. She looks really good. And she's just smiling like a teenager going to her first date. And at one point she goes, "Oh, there's Billie Jean. I've got to talk to her." And she wanders over and talks to Billie Jean, and then Billie Jean's on camera a little while later, just so happy. And this was she was invited to the semifinals of Coco Gauff. I really don't know these things. And Naomi Osaka, which was the semifinals of the women's match. A new film is being planned called "Who is Dorothy?" I don't know where that's at. So I'd like to make a mention of recent projects of Dorothy. She's always been involved with all kinds of aspects. Usually during my time here, is driving the chefs crazy. Usually with good reason. So I'd like to mention a couple of her projects that are new. The parlor here has new furniture and upholstery, new paint. There's a heat downstairs for the first time in a long time, and the Wiggins Bar, the Rockwell Gallery, and the whole lower floor. The street entrance has new grab bars, new tiles, and lighting, making a very awkward passage safe and bright. Most recently, this was just a couple days ago, I saw this, is they were finishing up the garden in the front. One gas lantern has been moved and lights have been added to the vitrine and new plantings and a bed of these rounded kind of stream stones put there, giving it a hope and consider it like a low maintenance. Because of the rats? I thought it was to save money on water. Well, but that too, whatever works. And it has transformed from a long neglected, partly abandoned eyesore to an attractive design. And thank you very much for that. I'd like to just say the things that I've taken away from knowing Dorothy over the years. Important to stay busy, to stay constant, to be physically active, to stay in touch. An example to me is that there's always a chance for a following act. And you've definitely proved that several times here. So accept the following act, or the second, or the third, and accept it. Dorothy, congratulations on this honor. It's well deserved. Thank you for including me in this special night. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present Dorothy Wiggins.
Oh, Dorothy, it is our pleasure to honor you tonight. There's something in the water at this club that creates a lot of friendship and a lot of longevity. And I think it is in conjunction with each other, friendship and longevity. So it is our pleasure to present you with this Medal of Honor. This, by the way, was created by, I can't remember his name, but he designed the buffalo head nickel.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes, so that is the detail. It is a beautiful.
Do you want to hold it up?
It is a beautiful thing.
Is it Augustus St. Cards?
I don't know.
Did what?
I don't know his name. I'm sorry, I did before the dinner. It is wonderful. Dorothy, thank you so much for all your contributions. We're happy to present it to you. And would you like me to hand you the mic because the stand is too tall? I'm going to go sit down. Yeah.
Find it lower.
Yeah.
Well, of all the things I ever imagined could happen to me, I never, in my wildest dreams, thought I would receive a medal.
Bravo!
It is a noble award, and I never felt I was a noble person. But I accept. With gratitude and deep appreciation.
Oh, bravo.
The Salmagundi Club has always been important to me, and of course my family. As you all know, my husband's grandfather, Carlton, was president from 1911 to 1913, and my husband's father, Guy Carlton, a renowned American impressionist, was also a member. My husband, Guy Arthur, the third generation artist, retired early from the diplomatic corps to paint full time. All three artists were given a very successful show in 2011 in this room, thanks to the generosity of the Salmagundi. We joined the Sal in 1994. Guy exhibited in nearly every show, and I joined committees. Since I studied with the great acting coach, Stella Adler, I knew a lot of theater people. As chair of the program committee, I brought in Brian Bedford, a famous actor, who recited The Child's Christmas in Wales one Christmas for us. I also had the cast of Talk of the Town, who performed the musical about the Algonquin Round Table. Tom Picard, who many of you must remember, and I formed a little acting group. Tom was a scenic designer for ABC, so he created sets here in this room and also acted along with myself, Tom Taffy, and Guy. Guy always loved acting. We did Noel Coward's Red Peppers with Mitch Kahn playing the piano. We had such fun. There never had been a brunch at the club, and as a member of the house committee, I decided to start a New Year's Day brunch because all the restaurants in the city are closed on that day. It was fabulous. We had a whole smoked salmon, and we brought in extra chefs in white top hats to man 2 stations for Belgian waffles and omelets. The brunch was so successful that I started another one on Mother's Day. Since it's impossible to get into a good restaurant on that day, I would love to bring those brunches back. I also created themed dinners. We had Italian food with an opera singer going from table to table singing Puccini. I had a Mexican dinner to the sound of mariachi music. I would like to do a Middle Eastern dinner this fall and bring in a belly dancer to entertain us while we leave. When my darling husband, Guy, passed, I was devastated. The club saved me. It gave me a purpose. I joined the board, and as the chair of the house committee, I was able to utilize my skills in interior design and renovation. It gave me such pleasure to redecorate the parlor with the help of John Scott, our very talented curator.
Thank you.
For all the years that I was a member, I wanted to unfreeze our front doors, which had been nailed open for decades. Everyone said it couldn't be done for less than $30,000. I did it for $5. I want to thank the board for recognizing my contributions to the club, especially Tracy for choosing me as this year's recipient of the medal.
Bravo.
I want to thank George Grubb for being our chairman and for his masterful touch in leading the club out of a fiscal and legal morass.
Yes, he did.
We have spent many hours working tirelessly to accomplish this, and I think we should all applaud him for his work. I also want to thank Joan Marie, Ann, and Michael for shepherding me to taxis on those icy winter nights. It's part of the loving camaraderie that makes this club so special. I'd also like to thank Karen for starting the Dorothy Wiggins Flower Fund, and Janet for doing that wonderful job painting the piano. As I approach my 101st birthday, I am thrilled I was able to create a new landscape for the front of the building, thanks to the help of my son, Noel.
Yes.
It couldn't have happened without him. He paid to move the gas line. And I wish you all could have seen our president, Tracy Dockray, on her knees, building the trim around the tree with those terribly heavy Belgian bricks. That's real devotion to the club. I'd also like to thank my other son, Guy, who is here tonight, for his interest in the club and for being a constant companion to me. And as a final note, my husband's art is displayed in the bar and hallway, but the wittiest piece in the club is hanging in the men's urinal. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you might want to take a peek. Salmagundi has always been a serious part of my life. We had a memorial to my dear husband, who lived to be 100 here. We celebrated my 100th birthday with 2 nights of partying here. And I guess some of you will come back to say farewell to me when I leave this planet. But I'm not ready to leave just yet. I'm anxious to see if the Democrats can take back the Congress. I look forward to the next 2 years on the board, where I shall continue to give it my all. Thank you, everyone, for coming to share this special honor with me.